Ashar, Kadash, Shana. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Right? Ashar Kadash Shirak, Ashar Kadash Shana. Right? Happy New Moon, Happy New Year. Con?
All
right, let's stand up. Face the east. Let's blow these trumpets, y'all.
Let's get one of my sons to say the prayer. Because they know it.
What, in English? Or
they know
by heart in Hebrew?
Yeah.
All right, come on. You can get one of them to say the prayer.
Hey, Masters of Sedar. One of y'all come down, or both, please. Lead the prayer.
Whatever you ready, y'all. 1, 2, 3. Hallelujah.
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 All right, so we're going to open it up, y'all, with the Lord's Prayer in the Paleo Hebrew, right? All right, I heard that, Muscles, you know how to do it?
I do it. Yeah. You want to do it? Yeah. You want to come over a little closer so we can, because we on camera too. Abinawa, Shabbat Shemayim, Kodash, Haya, Shemka, Yahweh, Alafuka, Taba'ah, Ratazaka, Haya, Aisha, Arataza, Kawa, Haya, Bashemayim, Nathanawa, Lakum, Ko, Yawom, Wasalaknawa, Kabawafnawa, Kabawafnawa, Tabayanawa, Banayasawan, Abo, Hawashayanawa, Mayan, Ra, Kaya, Laka, Hamalakwa, Waha'ala, Wahataparaf, Wawalumyam,
Amen. Who wants to say it in English? Matthew 6 and 9.
Matthew 6 through 9?
Yeah. I can give it you want me to.
I got it, King.
You got it.
6 and 9 or 6 through?
6 and 9 through 13.
Matthew 6 and 9 through 13?
Come.
Come. This is the book of Matthew 6 and verse 9. In the red letter. After this manner, therefore, pray ye, Our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come. Thy will be done in earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our debts as we forgive our debtors. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine art the kingdom, and the power, and the glory, forever. Amen.
Amen. Come. Oh, Yahweh, please continue to bless us on this glorious and most magnificent feast day of your ordinances, of your holy law, which is perfect. Barakatah Yahweh.
Barakatah Yahweh.
Barakatah Yahweh Shai.
Barakatah Yahweh Shai.
Oh, Yahweh, please continue to grant us the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding to lead ourselves towards your holy light and help us lead the nation of Israel and seal the elect. Barakatah Yahweh.
Barakatah Yahweh.
Barakatah Yahweh Shai.
Barakatah Yahweh Shai.
Oh, Yahweh Davanawa, please grant us mercy so we can see the fall of Babylon and celebrate alongside of you and your only begotten Son. Barakatah Yahweh.
Barakatah Yahweh.
Barakatah Yahweh Shai.
Barakatah Yahweh Shai.
Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai.
Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai.
Amen.
Amen.
All right, let's go. So today's lesson, we're going to get into how glory it is, right, to keep these feast days and these holy days in captivity. Right? Because there be speculations and doctrines of devils, right, that goes against, right, sound doctrine. They want to give you excuses not to keep the law. They want to give you excuses not to fulfill your heritage. They want to give you excuses not to go hard for your crown. Your crown. Not my crown. Not nobody else's crown. Your crown. Because you got a crown to get. And I can't get it for you. Your mama can't get it for you. Your wife can't get it for you.
That's right.
Your children can't get it for you. You're the man of the house. You got to get your crown. You can't let nobody delay you or trip you up from getting your crown. This is why the scriptures say, study to show thyself approved. Who knows what scripture that is? What scripture it is?
Joshua 1:8.
Not Joshua. Nah. Study to show thyself approved. Who know that one? Give y'all a hint. It's in the New Testament. Second.
2 Timothy 2:15.
Yeah, Con.
Okay.
Read that, King.
I got it, King.
Oh,
Yeah,
I just got to it.
Go ahead, King.
2 Timothy chapter 2 and verse 15. Study to show thyself approved unto Yahweh.
To show what?
Study to show thyself approved unto Yahweh.
Right? Study to show thyself approved unto Yahweh. Yourself. You got to study for yourself. See, I'm a shepherd. I could guide you. But I cannot give you your crown. Your crown come from Yahweh. Your crown come from Yahweh Shai. And you got to earn that your damn self.
Right. Got a precept.
Got a precept. Ken, let me read that again from the top and read it through. Read that again, Ken.
2 Timothy chapter 2 and verse 15.
Uh-huh.
Study to show thyself approved unto Yahweh, a workman that needed not to be ashamed, rightly dividing the word of truth.
You see that? A workman that it's not ashamed. All you do is talk about that Bible, nigga. You lame.
Just a word, man.
You know what I'm saying? That's the white man book anyway. Shorty talking about, oh man, I want to hear nothing about Bible stuff. I want to hear about that Birkin bag. Right? Don't be ashamed. Rightly divide the scriptures and the truth. And you be that workman going for your gold and going for your crown. Con?
Come.
All right. What precept you got, King?
2 Corinthians chapter 13, verse 5.
Bring it out.
Say, examine yourselves.
Uh-huh.
Whether you be in the faith. Prove your own selves. Know you not your own selves. How that Yahweh Shai Mashiach is in you, except you be reprobate.
Except you be what?
Except you be reprobate.
Except you be reprobate.
What was that
man.
again, King Salak? What was that again?
2 Corinthians 13 and 5.
13:5.
Right. 2 Corinthians 13 and 5, man. Let's get Philippians 2 and 12 to keep on landing me back in on that. Right. They want to give you every excuse not to keep these laws or these feast days. You might even give yourself an excuse. Today I was tired, getting prepared for the Passover, trying to make sure that the camp over here is prepared for the Passover while I go, counseling people so they get the leaven out of their spirit before the Passover, because that's the next class I think I want to do, how to get the leaven out your spirit before Passover too, right? Counseling people, making errands, making runs, counseling my family, thinking about what lesson I'm going to do, damn, argue with scoffers on the damn clubhouse, right? By the time I reached here, I was exhausted. But guess what? I got to get my own crown.
Mm-hmm.
I can't say, yo, Ak, man, I'm tired, man. You want to go pick up that crown for me? What? This ain't DoorDash, brother, right? This ain't Uber Eats, brother. You got to get your own crown, brother. Con? So let's get that. Who got that for me?
I got it, King.
Bring it out.
This is the book of Philippians 2 and 12. Wherefore, my beloved, as ye have always obeyed, not as in my presence only.
Not in his presence only, right? Everybody want to straighten up when the Lord come, right?
Mm-hmm.
You can see dudes the sky crack dude's gonna disappear in the bushes and come back out with fringes. Right? Nah, Most High ain't dealing with you, man. He ain't dealing with you trying to do all that. Man, wanna change in the booth like Clark Kent. Right? Man got on the only Babylonian shirt. Sky crack go like this, you see a menorah. You're like, hold on now. Nah, Most High ain't dealing with that, man. Right? Read that again from the top.
John, Philippians 2:12. Wherefore, my beloved, as ye have always obeyed, not as in my presence only,
Not in his presence only, go ahead.
but now much more in my absence.
Now what?
Much more in my absence.
Much more in his absence, right? Who's absent right now? Yahweh Shai. Yahweh Shai's absent right now, man. Don't only tighten up on the line because Priest Sabak is there. Not only open up your book and start studying because you think Shawapar watching you. Not only tighten up because you see Chief Ephraim come, you don't want to hear his mouth. You got to do that at all times. Khan? Read on.
Work out your own salvation.
Do what?
Work out your own salvation.
Nah, somebody gonna get your salvation for you.
Work out your own salvation.
Come on.
With fear and trembling.
With what?
Fear and trembling.
Right? Read verse 13.
Verse 13. For it is Yahweh which worketh in you.
For his what?
It is Yahweh which worketh in you.
You gotta let God work with you, man. Right? Read on.
Both to will and to do his good pleasure.
But to will and to do his good pleasure, man. What's his good pleasure? That law. That law. Right? Let me get Romans 10:1.
This is the book of Romans, chapter 10, from the top. Brethren, my heart's desire and prayer to Yahweh is for Israel. Salakia, to Yahweh for Israel is that they might be saved.
That they might be saved. Who's that up to? That's up to you. Right? You could be chosen for this. Many are called, but few are chosen. And even when you're chosen, man, you got to endure to the end, man. Right? Read on,
Come verse 2. For I bear them record that they have a zeal of Yahweh.
They have what?
A zeal of Yahweh.
A lot of our people got a zeal for Yahweh, man. You see dudes in the hood get hyped. Oh, God! Right? They get hyped. Oh, God! Right? They got a zeal for Yahweh, but guess what?
But not according to knowledge.
But not according to knowledge. You got a zeal for him, but do you know what he like? Do you know what he dislike? I guarantee you, if that was a woman that you wanted to get with, you talk to that woman, figure out what she like. Like, yo, bro, I know what she like, bro. Watch this. Right? If that's a job that you want, you're going to figure out what the boss likes so you could get hired. Now, if you want your crown from Yahweh, what you going to do? You're not going to figure out what he like and do what he like? Y'all dudes, if y'all want to get in a certain club, y'all are put on a damn button up. If y'all want to get into a certain club, y'all take y'all hat off. If y'all want to get into the VIP, y'all probably rub elbows with the right people. So you talking about you do all that for the club, but you won't do it for the kingdom of heaven? Come on now, man. You gotta earn your own salvation. Pull out your precept, King.
This is the book of Genesis 4:26.
Bring it out.
And to Seth, to him also there was born a son, and he called his name Enos. Then began man to call upon the name of the Lord.
Right.
Yeah, men didn't know the name of the Lord. You know, he wasn't dealing with them.
Right.
So now, you know, like you say, men had to find out who they was dealing with. So men began to call the name of the Lord at this time.
Right? You gotta call on the name of the Lord, man. You gotta circumcise your heart. You can't just be hearers of the word, you gotta be doers also. Let me get James 1:22.
This is the book of James 1, verse 22.
Bring it out.
But by ye doers, Salakia, but be ye doers of the word.
Be what?
But be ye doers of the word.
No, we just gonna be hearing the word and that's it.
But be ye doers of the word.
You gotta be doers of the word, right? Do the word, man. Rehearse your righteous acts. You see the new moon in scriptures. You hear how they do it. You do the same thing, right? You hear about the Passover in scriptures, right? You see how Yahushua did it. You do the same thing, right? You see how these great men of the Lord kept the law, and the Most High God had to be victorious. You do the same thing. Con? Right? We got the playbook right here. You just got to be on code. You got to know when to call audibles. You got to know when to blitz. You got to know when to go for that quote-unquote Hail Mary. But we don't do no Hail Mary. We do Our Father. Right? We don't do no Hail Marys here. Right? Con? Right? Read on out.
And not hearers only, deceiving your own selves.
What are you going to do?
Deceiving your own selves.
Deceiving your own selves, man. You're only deceiving yourself. If you think there's just going to be some type of cakewalk and you just going to get, just swooped in, you wrong. Right? Let's get back to Romans 10 because there's more on that I wanted to get actually. Start at verse 2.
Romans 10, verse
I'm
2.
thinking about this more Romans 10 I wanted to get. And then we get to your question.
I just got precept.
You got precept, right? So we're going to read that and we get to your precept.
For I bear them record that they have a zeal of Yahweh.
They have what?
A zeal of Yahweh.
They have a zeal of Yahweh. Go ahead.
But not according to knowledge.
Not according to knowledge. Read on.
Verse 3. For they being ignorant of Yahweh's righteousness.
They are ignorant of Yahweh's righteousness. They're ignorant of it. Read on.
And going about to establish their own righteousness.
And don't our people do that all the time? They establish their own righteousness. Well, to me, this means this, though. Well, to me, you know what I mean? And the way I see things, you know what I mean? You do you, I'm going to do me. Like, I'm going to establish my own righteousness, bro. Like, I ain't going to get none out that book. That book mad old, bro. I'm telling you, it's a new way to do things. I'm going to do me. They want to establish their own righteousness, right? Read on.
Have not submitted themselves unto the righteousness of Yahweh.
And they have not submitted themselves unto the righteousness of Yahweh, man. Right? What's your precept, Kay?
All right. In James chapter 1, verse 2, it says, consider it pure joy, my brothers and sisters, whenever you face trials of many kinds, because you know that the testing of your faith perceives perseverance.
Perseverance.
Okay. That James chapter 1.
That you gotta have that perseverance, right? You gotta learn how to succeed even through darkness. Right? Let me get Revelations. Let me get Revelations 3 and 11. Let me get Revelations 3 and 11 right quick.
This is the book of Revelations 3 and verse 11. This is red letter. Behold, I am quickly, Salakia. Behold, I come quickly.
He said, behold, I come quickly. Read on.
Hold that fast which thou hast. That no man take thy crown.
Let what?
That no man take thy crown.
Let no man take your crown, man. Let nobody ever talk you out of this. Let nobody ever scare you out of this, man. The damn shame what happened to Amari Stoudemire, man. Amalek brought him into a clubhouse room, had that man deny Yahweh shot 3 times.
Say Peter. He hit, no, not the, yeah, hit him with the Peter.
Hit him with the Peter. Hit him with the Peter.
Well, the cut crew.
And guess this, and these wasn't even Jewish people that they call religious.
Yeah.
This is Amalek that even like say they atheists.
So
So
they must have overheard
Yeah.
that he was on Clubhouse.
Yeah, they overheard it and they went into the room.
Wow.
And they was furious.
The basketball,
Basketball player, yeah. Amari Stoudemire.
Wow. I should have known that. This
Bent this big ass over, bro.
Say bent him up.
Bent that big man over, man.
Broke him off.
Yeah, broke him off, boy.
They made him say Denied?
Yeah. He's like, say you don't believe in Jesus. I
Toby.
want to hear no.
Say it,
I want to hear
Toby.
you. I want to hear you. I want to hear you say it no. Be clear. Man, say it 3 times.
Wow.
And I'm thinking like, if they're not even religious, what does it matter to them though?
So they had the rooster crowing in there. That went over everybody's head.
But he sounded so powerful on Clubhouse. Sounded so sincere on
So
Clubhouse,
sincere.
and
Yeah.
just to get butt broke all over.
Just get hours later. Couple
Hours later. Oh,
Yeah.
it wasn't a day. Oh wow.
That same night.
Wow.
He said, "Come over here, nigga."
Come here, boy.
So the
Her-
Jewish people.
Not even
did
24
that.
hours after.
Not even 24 hours.
The
bro.
Jewish people. did
Not
that.
even 4 hours. I would say 2 hours the most.
So the Jewish people had him to do it.
Yeah.
Damn.
Jewish people had him denying Yahushua after he told us in the other room that he represents Yahushua.
Wow.
He did say he was like all in.
He was all in. He was calling them Amalek and Japhet. They made him deny that too.
Damn.
Like everything he was saying, only thing he stood his ground on was saying that we are the Israelites. You know what I'm saying? That's the only thing he stood his ground on. Everything else, man, they made that man spread cheeks, boy. I'm telling you, it was over. Yakuzakai.
That's how you know it's the truth, though, because they wouldn't even be going through all that.
Right.
It wasn't the truth, though.
It wasn't the truth. They wouldn't even go through all that. What's the point? Why was it that serious? That the same night you let a day go by, they said, no, we gotta let this be tonight. Then they got confess. No. Tell him he can't sleep. They kept him up all night.
Salakia.
Breaking him. And that happened for like 3 nights in a row, 3 or 4 nights in a row. They had him in Jewish rooms where he's just like, submitting to them.
And just to add to the brother's point, they ain't doing that to Christians.
Nah. They ain't do that to Christians. They ain't do that to Muslims. They ain't doing that to Nuwabians. They ain't doing that to Ephi. They ain't doing it to nobody else.
So like, and this is stuff that they don't question.
Yeah.
They don't even question. Not even the slightest question of why this, why that. But they got so much to say. They'll say this and stand on it, but they don't ever question it once you
A
come.
grown man can come out and say, I feel like a 14-year-old girl. And they'll be like,
You gotta
"He's
respect
so
that.
brave."
You gotta respect it. You gotta respect her.
They'll be like, he's so brave. Woman of the Year. Oh, y'all don't know? Last year, a man got Woman of the Year.
What?
Was that a Jake? What was that, a K?
I don't even watch shows like
What's his
that.
name?
I don't even know.
Y'all want to look it up?
Dennis Brew.
Nah, he got it before.
Oh, okay.
I'm talking
Okay.
about 222.
I don't even watch shows like that to even find out. So it be shocking.
Same.
That sounds shocking to me.
That nigga, Lil Nas X.
Oh, we ain't gonna start something. Let's pass. Let's keep going. Let's move on.
He's flame.
He is ruining our people and our music.
But you know, Salaka, but you know, it's because of the money.
Love of money's rule all.
Yeah, they get caught up into their lifestyle, and then they have to get something. They get something on them. And once they get something on them, them old freaks up in there, them Jewish freaks, they be doing things to them brothers, man. And they get something on them there, and they got them. They can't do nothing else but deny.
Dude, right?
You know.
NCAA 2022 Woman of the Year Award. Get out of here with that nonsense.
So that's why he know who he choosing. He
Show it
know
to the
who his
camera.
people is. And those that gonna stand up.
Transgender.
Woman of Leah Thomas. Woman of the Year.
See, they ain't gonna come to us until they ask us to do that because we ain't got no money. So
Right.
they ain't been because
That's why the scriptures say the money is the root of all evil, because once you have a lot of it, they know you ain't trying to lose it. That's what they did to Kanye. They took him from a billionaire straight to a millionaire overnight. Took $2 billion from him. But that didn't break him. He was still rebellious.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But you know what did break him? Right? That love for damn 2% milk. And got he back under MK Ultra with a Jewish wife. You know what I'm saying? So they're going to find a way to try to break you when you in this truth. That's why the scripture says you got to endure to the end. Let's get that. Let's get Matthew 24:13.
For that 24:13.
Let's get that right quick.
Everybody else say con?
24:13.
It's the book of Matthew, 24, verse 13.
Bring it out.
But he that shall endure into the end, the same shall be saved.
The same shall be what?
The same shall be saved.
You got to endure to the end. That's how you got to get saved, man. Let's get that in Acts 14:22.
Everybody else say con? This is the book of Acts 14, verse 22.
Bring it out.
Confirming the soul of the disciples.
Right? You got to confirm the souls of the disciples. What is the process of the Most High God confirming you? Read on.
And exhorting them to continue in the faith. And that we must through much tribulation.
Through what?
Through much tribulation.
No, it's going to be easy.
Through much tribulation.
No, you're just going to hop and skip down the block.
Through much tribulation.
Read on.
Enter into the kingdom of God.
Right? If you ain't going through no tribulation, I don't know.
Oh, Slakia. Christians don't want to hear that verse.
Nah.
They don't want to hear that.
They got a prosperity doctrine.
So you might be suspect if you ain't going through
You
something.
ain't going through something. You ain't going through nothing, brother.
Acts 14 and 22.
It's all sweet in Jesus.
Right, it's all sweet in Jesus. Ain't got to worry about nothing. They easy now.
Rapture doctrine. That false rapture doctrine.
Yeah, we gonna float in the air with lollipops in our mouth.
Like Jesus would want.
That rapture doctrine is I'm sorry.
It's like, they actually, either they'll do that, or what they'll also do is too. I've been through a lot through life, but the blood of Jesus is getting me through it.
Right. Now you could go.
Jesus.
You could go through all things with the power of Yahweh, but don't think you're not gonna go through things because he said that no servant is greater than his master. We don't get that.
And Salaki, for these Christians that say we saved, notice the verse we read before that say we shall be saved. ED at the end. So.
Right.
Just to let the Christians out there know we are not saved.
You're not saved right now. You are still on earth, controlled by Satan. So you are not saved right now. You got to earn that.
Yes, sir.
So I got a precept on pertaining to what we were just talking about on
Bring it out.
2nd Ezra chapter 13 and verse 16. For as I conceive in my understanding, woe unto them that shall be left in those days, and much more woe unto them that are not left behind. So, of course, this is speaking on, of course, us, the ones that's keeping the law, statutes, commandments. We're going to go through something, but the ones that are not, they're going to go through it too, but much more woe on them.
Right.
Because they're not covered by Yahweh.
You're not covered by Yahweh. Right? So they got to have that covering. If they don't got their covering, they finish. But how you get your covering? You got to keep these laws, statutes, and commandments, man. Right?
Come on.
Let's get to the Sirach right quick. Let's get Ecclesiastes chapter 2, right? Because it says you got to be tried as gold is tried. Gold is tried by the fire, right? You're gonna go through that tribulation, but you're not supposed to give up because you're trying to earn your crown.
Everybody there? Oh, well. Sirach 2 and 4.
Yeah.
2 and 4.
Everybody else say con?
Good.
This is the book of Sirach 2, verse 4. Whatsoever is brought unto thee, take cheerfully.
Take what?
Take cheerfully.
Take cheerfully. Read on.
And be patient when thou art charged to a low estate.
When you are changed to a low estate,
Lucky.
right? When you go from high to low, Don't start panicking.
God.
Don't be like, man, I gotta do something, man. I'm about to go rob this bank. You know what I'm saying? Don't go crazy, right? Be patient and wait for your opportunity. Grind it out. That's a lot of problem with our people. We don't like the grind, right? But no pain, no gain, right? There's no muscle without sweat.
You know that right.
You know what I'm saying? There's no muscle without sweat, right? There's no work without dirt. You understand? So you got to get ready for that grind. Con? Read on.
Verse 5. For gold is tried in the fire.
For what?
For gold is tried in the fire.
For gold is tried in the fire. Read on.
And acceptable men in the furnace of adversity.
An acceptable man in the furnace of adversity. Right? An acceptable men in the furnace of adversity. Right? Who's gonna be the acceptable man? All right, so I got. Oh man, I got 2 precepts coming up. All right, so Block, you go first.
God. This is the book of James 1, verse 12.
Bring it out.
Blessed is the man that endured temptation.
Blessed is what?
Blessed is the man that endured temptation.
Blessed is the man that endured temptation. Come on.
For when he is tried, he shall receive the crown of life.
Right? Because when you are tried, you shall see the crown of life. You see that? Who gonna get your crown? Who gonna endure temptation for you?
You're gonna have to do it yourself, kid.
Like, no, Malak, I can't endure this temptation, Malak. You gotta endure it for me. Go ahead.
Oh no, you gotta do it for me, kid. I ain't gonna make it.
You know what I'm saying?
What was that scripture again?
Temptation.
That was James what?
James 1 and starting at verse 12.
Right? You gotta get your own crown. And let no man take your crown.
Con.
That's why it's a pleasure to do these feast days in captivity. Because you know what you earning. You know what you getting. Once you doing these and you know you consistent with it and you keeping your word to Yahweh, Yahweh's not a man that he should lie.
And Salaki, remember we just talked about this earlier about trying to earn the kingdom. Like what we're doing this for. We're actually doing this to earn the kingdom. And if you don't mind, can I finish bringing that verse out? Okay, I just want to start back right here where it says, he shall receive the crown of life, which the Lord have promised to them that love him.
Come on.
Right.
We went through that earlier.
And how do you love the Most High? Who got the precept? How do you love?
You want to do
First John.
Look, Salakia.
I would start at verse 2.
A nice precept for what that James 1 and 12 is Romans 9 and 4.
9 and 4.
Yeah.
You got it, King?
Yeah, I can pull it.
Okay.
But I'll wait till after y'all.
The Romans 9 and 4.
Yeah, because Yahweh made a promise, but to who?
Yeah, to who?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, let's see who the promises is for.
Yeah.
This ain't for everybody. It ain't for Peter Parker. Right?
Did you want to bring that John out or just?
Yeah, we're going to bring the John out too. We're going to bring that out next.
Okay.
So get that note, Romans 9 and 4, to read the verse 5.
Number 9 and 4.
Read the verse 5 to link to what the promises pertain to.
Love this.
Romans.
Yeah, we got a whole breakdown of Romans 9. Like, no Christian ever better mention Romans 9 around HOI.
But they'll mention Romans 4 quick, though.
Yeah, no Christian better ever mention Romans 9 around HOI. Or Romans, period. Because we're going to drag you to Romans 9.
You want to go to Romans first?
Let me know when to read.
You want to read? Bring it up.
If you want.
Go bring it
okay.
out, King.
Romans chapter 9 and verse 4. Who are Israelites, to whom pertaineth the adoption and the glories and the covenants and the giving of the law and the service of Yahweh and the promises.
And the what?
And the promises.
And the promises, man. Right? All the promises pertain to Israelites. Pertain is a possessive pronoun. It's a possessive adverb. Because it's pertaining to something. And that's pertaining to us, the Israelites. Right? The promises is just not for anybody. Right? Right? You got to have access to that by becoming an Israelite. You only can become one by blood.
God.
Huh?
God. One more precept.
Okay, go ahead.
Well, I don't want to go too deep in here. I'm just in the spirit a little bit. All right, Psalms 50 and 5. This is the book of Psalms. Everybody say, "Come," when you there?
Come.
This is the book of Psalms 50 verse 5. Gather my saints together unto me, those that have made a covenant with me by sacrifice.
Right. So those the covenants belong to the Most High God's people too.
God.
The Israelites. Right? The covenants was part of that list too.
God.
Right? And the giving of the law and the promises.
The glory.
And the glory.
God.
Right? You know, like when they in church singing, glory,
Glory,
glory, oh, hallelujah.
But what's the
glory? What's the glory? Who's the glory for? Before you bust out a spin and a split, you know what I'm saying? Who that for? Right? Yeah, Doc. Okay.
Not to shift like the subject, everything, but he got he got an understanding on songs. He thinking like songs is about like magic.
Well,
scroll down to verse 13. It says, "Well, I eat the flesh of bulls or drink the blood of goats." You know, he kind of like gave me a look.
Right. Well, Psalms, people could say Psalms is like magic because David and the chief musicians, and this is why people don't understand how powerful music is.
Mm-hmm.
David and the chief musicians, right, like Asaph and other brethren, they made these songs to glorify the Most High God and to give them powers during battle.
Mm-hmm.
That's why even in modern warfare, you'll see people go to battle playing the drums.
Singing.
Right? Singing. Right? Right?
In the promo.
We ready for y'all. That energy. But now, if somebody uses the Psalms and not glorifying the Most High God, that goes into witchcraft and they really summoning demons. If the Most High God, Yahweh, if you use the Psalms and you're not glorifying the Most High God of Israel, Yahweh, you're using it towards some type of other entity, like they do that in Santeria, right? A lot of people that practice Santeria, right, they use the Psalms for witchcraft, but they do it under another deity. They're really summoning demons onto themselves.
Right. So like and that's I'm glad you brought that up because you know like I said before, like in the sororities, fraternities, they be having these songs they get in a circle. Right. I noticed that they get in a circle and like if they're at a wedding or anything like that and they're in sisterhood, whatever, they'll have the one that's getting married sitting right there in the middle, and then they wrap around her, like they surround her, and they just hold hands, just go and just start singing whatever song they do. It's crazy.
Who is watching the grill? Nobody?
Let me go and call in. My reel was back by now.
I think they is back then.
They just left.
They was in the van.
Oh yeah, well,
In the van.
the blue.
Yeah. Yeah, when I was just pulling up.
Yeah, I don't think nobody on the grill then.
All right, so we just got to designate one man for the grill.
Yeah, Ty Sneaker on the grill. Oh, okay, come. Do you still want to bring that John out? We good on
Wait, no, hold the John. But what song was the brother talking about? What song was the brother talking about?
It was songs. It is one that we just read, 55, 50, and 13.
So,
Psalms 50?
Yeah, and 13.
Right, start at verse 1. Somebody want to bring that out.
I'll bring it up. This is the book of Psalms, chapter 50, verse 1. It says, a song of Asaph.
Of Asaph, right?
Asaph.
Right, I mentioned Asaph. Read on.
Right. The mighty God, even the Lord, have spoken, and called the earth from the rising of the sun unto the going down thereof. Verse 2, out of Zion, the perfection of beauty, God hath shined.
Right, out of Zion. What is Zion dealing with? The children of Israel, right? So this is not just dealing with any type of people. This is dealing with Israelites. Huh? Read on.
Verse 3. Our God shall come and shall not keep silence. A fire shall devour before him, and it shall be very temperate round about him. Verse 4. He shall call to the heavens from above and to the earth, that he may judge his people.
That he may do what?
That he may judge his people.
So this is referring to Israelites. This is just not anybody else. This is how Israelites and their glorifying of the Most High God, how the Most High God blesses them. So this just can't refer to just anybody, right? Read on.
Verse 5. Gather my saints together.
Gather my what?
Gather my saints together.
Who are the saints? They are the Israelites. Right? Read on.
Those that have made a covenant with me by sacrifice.
By what?
By sacrifice.
Right, hold that. Somebody give me Leviticus chapter 17.
Because that's, I don't know if we use that as a cut, but that's a cut.
Leviticus 17 and what?
For the saints. For who are the saints.
Yeah, there's a couple who are the saints.
Why use
Because
one?
it answers it right there.
Leviticus
And then that's the
17.
whole, and that's the whole context.
14.
Because context
17, 14.
is explaining what the subject matter is about.
17, start out. You can start out verse 1.
Come. This is the book of Leviticus, chapter 17, and verse 1. And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, Speak unto Aaron, and unto his sons, and unto all the children of Israel.
All the children of who?
Children of Israel.
Right, so if you're not a child of Israel, you have no business even trying to do these type of things for the Most High God. Read on.
And say unto them, This is the thing which the Lord hath commanded, saying, What man soever there be of the house of Israel that killeth an ox or lamb,
Right? An ox or a lamb or a goat. Read on.
in the camp, or that killeth it out of the camp, and bringeth it not unto the door of the tabernacle of the congregation,
Right? It's supposed to go to the tabernacle of the Lord. Read on.
to offer an offering unto the Lord before the tabernacle of the Lord.
Read.
Blood shall be imputed unto that man. He hath shed blood, and that he hath shed blood, and that man shall be cut off from among his people.
Shall be what?
Cut off from among his people.
You see that? If you're not sacrificing unto the Most High God, you are what? Being cut off from your people. Read on.
Verse 5. To the end that the children of Israel may bring their sacrifices, which they offer in the open field, even that they may bring them unto the Lord, unto the door of the tabernacle of the congregation, unto the priest, and offer them for peace offerings unto the Lord.
Right? Peace offerings. Right? Read on.
And the priest shall sprinkle the blood upon the altar of the Lord at the door of the tabernacle of the congregation.
So in places like Dominican Republic, they'll do the Santeria, and then they'll cut the chicken throat or the goat throat and sprinkle it around the house, right? But that type of stuff's supposed to be done at the tabernacle under the Levitical priesthood. Right now, we're not even under the Levitical priesthood. We're under the priesthood of Melchizedek, where Christ shed his blood as our sacrifice. So we don't even really got to do this no more, right? But if you was to do something like this, it's supposed to go to Yahweh, right? Read on.
Verse 6. And the priest shall sprinkle the blood upon the altar of the Lord at the door of the tabernacle of the congregation, and burn the fat for a sweet savior unto the Lord.
Right, you're supposed to burn the fat to a sweet savior, right? Read on.
And they shall no more offer their sacrifices unto devils.
Unto what?
Unto devils.
Unto what?
Unto devils.
Because if you're not sacrificing unto the Lord, you're sacrificing unto demons and devils. Right? Right? Ancient manuscripts. Right? Ancient manuscripts gave you a procedure what you're supposed to do if you're sacrificing unto the Most High God. But we should know right now, under the order of Melchizedek, we're not cutting no rams or no bullocks or any goats right now. Christ got crucified as our sacrifice, and that's why we're not doing this right now. But when he sets back up the kingdom, we will be making offerings again. Right? So let's go back to the Psalms where you was at, King. Read on from there. So remember, this is the time where David is saying, when Asaph is singing this song, this is before the sacrifice of Yahushua. So let's keep that in mind, right? Let's go back to that song where you was at. What verse you was in?
I think that was in 50 and 5.
Right, so if anybody want to practice that kind of what you would call magic nowadays, right? Because we're not trying to say that the Levitical priesthood wasn't magical. Them type of dudes held the Ark of the Covenant and they split the sea. They split the Jordan. So nowadays, brothers would call that magic. Yahushua walked on water. Nowadays, brothers would call that magic, right? But where was they getting their power from? Was you getting your power from Yahweh, or you getting stepped on by demons? We want the pure source. We don't want nothing stepped on over here.
Right.
Right?
Cut.
Right? We don't want that cut. This ain't blue magic.
Going straight
Right?
to the source.
We want it straight from the source.
To the plug.
Right? The ultimate plug. Right? That's what we want it from. Right? Read what you got in the Psalms.
Verse 6. And the heavens shall declare his righteousness, for God is judge himself. Salah.
Read
Verse
on.
7. Hear, O my people, I will speak, O Israel, and I will testify against thee. I am God, even thy God. Verse 8. I will not reprove thee for thy sacrifices or thy burnt offerings that have been continually.
So this is God talking now. He's speaking to his people Israel. Right? Read on.
Verse 9. I will take no bullock out of thy house, nor he goats out of thy folds.
Mm-hmm.
Verse 10. For every beast of the forest is mine.
Right? For every beast of the forest is his. This is Yahweh speaking through Asaph, right? Read on.
And the cattle upon 1,000 hills. Verse 11. I know all the fowls of the mountains.
Right? He knows all the fowls of the mountains. This is Yahweh, right? Read on.
And the wild beasts of the field are mine.
And the wild beasts of the field are his. He made them. Read on.
Verse 12. If I were hungry, I would not tell thee, for the world is mine.
Right? He said, if I was hungry, why would I even tell you the world is mine? So the sacrifices is unto us. We get pleasure out of sacrifices, really. He don't need us to do nothing. Right? Read on.
And the fullness thereof. Verse 13. Will I eat the flesh of bulls, or drink the blood of goats?
So now this is Yahweh being so sarcastic with you. This isn't for a mortal man to drink anybody's blood. Right? We read in the book of Leviticus, drinking blood is actually unlawful. Right? You're not even supposed to sleep with your woman while she on her period. That's how unlawful the blood is. Huh?
Is it in another sense? Is this talking about serving other gods?
It's talking about if you don't serve him purely, you're serving him in vain. You understand?
I'm just saying, like, because we're not supposed to drink blood. That's what the Canaanites and that's what.
But he's not talking about a person. He's talking about himself. That's why he's saying, I don't need you to feed me.
Right. I mean, I get that. I'm just saying, is that
If
what
a
he's saying?
person was using that to drink blood, it'd be off because that's what the Canaanites was doing. If somebody was using that verse to talk, because you got to get context. Because Asaph,
I understand who's talking. I get it. I'm just saying, is the Most High being sarcastic and saying, like, will I eat flesh or will I drink blood of goats? But that's serving other gods. So I'm saying, is the Most High telling him, saying through him, like, will I serve other gods?
Yeah, you can take it like that too. You can take it like that too. Okay. But it's more sarcastic, saying like y'all should take pleasure in the sacrifices y'all make for me because I don't need y'all. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But you also could take it as, hey, I'm not one of these heathen that serve other gods. I'm the Most High too. Like I ain't one of your little friends. You know what I'm saying? Right? Read on out.
Verse 14. Offer unto God thanksgiving, and pay thy vows unto the Most High.
You see that? He said, offer unto me thanksgiving. And you better make sure you keep your vows to me, right? Because he's saying, I don't need y'all, right?
God.
Read on.
Verse 15. And call upon me in the day of trouble, I will deliver thee, and thou shalt glorify me.
Right? He said, call me in the day of trouble, and I shall deliver you. But until then, glorify me. Right? That's what that psalm was talking about. It's giving praise unto the God of Israel. And then Asaph, being filled with the Holy Spirit, started talking in the perception of Yahweh, how Yahweh perceived things. Right?
I had a precept too, just on that blood thing.
Bring it out.
This is the book of Leviticus 17 and 12. Therefore I say unto you, Salaki, therefore I said unto the children of Israel, no soul of you shall eat blood.
Right? It said what?
No soul of you shall eat blood.
No soul of you shall eat blood. Read on.
Neither shall any stranger that sojourning among you eat blood.
So even if we got a heathen among us, right, or a person that doesn't understand who they are as an Israelite, we ain't even supposed to allow them to eat blood around us neither. Right? So Esau want to come around and have that extra rare steak with the
Still
blood
flapping.
still flapping. Want that steak still moving, right? You know what I'm saying? With all the blood coming out now, we can't have that in the kingdom of heaven, man. Right? Gotta get them things well done. Con?
And the craziest part is, like, I'm looking at this chapter, and the Most High told us 3 times in the same chapter, in verse 11, verse 12, and 14.
Right.
Because we hard-headed, we stiff-necked. We don't
yeah.
listen. We still want to drink blood. We still want to offer sacrifices to other deities.
And tell the truth, that's that Canaanite spirit, and also that's that white man spirit. That's why we look at the vampire movies. Most of the vampires, they live in the caves, white man. They die in the sun, white man. They love blood, white man. You know what I'm saying?
Sleep in the casket.
Sleep in a casket, right?
Right.
White man, right? You got a precept?
Yeah, I do.
Bring it up.
This is Ecclesiastes chapter 2, verse 24. There is nothing better for a man than that he should eat and drink, and that he should make his soul enjoy good in his labor. It says, this also I saw, that it was from the hand of God.
It was from what?
The hand
It's
of
from
God.
the hand of God, right?
Yeah.
So everything you're blessed with is from the Most High God. He don't need you, you need him. Right? And when you sacrifice unto other entities, you're actually sacrificing unto devils. Right?
Chapter 2, verse.
So let's get back on subject, right? Let me get Zechariah 13 and 8.
Oh, you want me to finish?
Nah, that's it on that. I want to get back to the subject.
Everybody else say con? This is the book of Zechariah 13 verse 8. And it shall come to pass that in all the land, said the Lord, 2 parts therein shall be cut off and die.
Shall be what?
Shall be cut off and die.
These are the 2/3, right? That's gonna die. They ain't gonna make it. Con? Right? Read on.
But the third shall be left therein.
But what?
But the third shall be left therein.
1/3 of our people is gonna make it. That's why I'm saying it's an honor and a privilege to do these feast days while in captivity. Con? Read on.
Verse 9. And I will bring the third part through the fire.
Shall what?
And I will bring the third part through the fire.
Right? Through the fire, like we read it in the Sirach. Right? We go through the fire like gold. Right? Read on.
And I will refine them as silver is refined.
And we refine them as silver. So we compare it to silver and gold when we make it through that fire. Con? Read on.
And I will try them as gold is tried.
He gonna try us like gold is tried, right? Yahweh gonna walk around with that spiritual diamond tester, right? Now brothers be getting embarrassed online. They hit that diamond tester, that thing ain't lighting up, that thing ain't blinking. you looking foolish, man. Right? There's a lot of people that put on the front that they really in this truth, but their spirit is really cubic zirconian. Ain't no real diamond.
So I got a precept just to that as far as gold and everything.
Hold on. Let's finish this out.
Okay, go ahead. Finish that.
Bring that up.
All right. They shall call on my name, and I will hear them, and I will say, it is my people. And they shall say, the Lord is my Lord.
They say the Lord is my Lord, man. That's what we want to be. We want to be his people again. Right? That's why we claiming our real nationality as Israelites. Right? And don't think we just doing this off of Bible. Our main source is the Bible, but then I could bring up archaeology. I could bring up historical records. I could bring up books, right? On top of the Bible prophecies, right? That proves that we are Israelites. Right? I could bring up customs that they found on the west coast of Africa. I could show you old 1600 Negro land maps when they called the west coast of Africa the Kingdom of Judah. You know, so this is all about faith, but we also got the works to match. Right? So read your precept. What you got, King?
This is Isaiah 13:12. I will make a man more precious than fine gold.
Right, because you've been through that fire. Once you've been through that fire, you've been in this truth. Now you like fine gold out here. That's what's gonna happen when all hell break loose. Us men of the Lord that been in this truth, it was 10 toes down. We're gonna transform into gold out here. Read on.
Even a man than the golden wedge of Ophir.
Yeah, even a man of the golden wedge of Ophir, man. Ophir at the time had some of the best gold on earth. So that's why he wrote it down. Right? So
let's sit on that.
Let's get a couple more. Then we're going to go into the new moon scriptures and new year scriptures. Let me get the book of John, chapter 15, verse 20.
This is John 15 and 20. Everybody got it saved.
15 and what?
15 and 20. You get it, say calm.
Good.
This is the book of John 15 and 20. This is red letter. Remember the word that I said unto you. The servant is not greater than his Lord.
The servant is not greater than his Lord. Right? That's what I was telling y'all. If Yahushua went through it, don't think you could avoid it. Read on.
If they have persecuted me, they will also persecute you.
What did Yahushua say?
If they have persecuted me, they will also persecute you.
That's why you definitely got to be in honor. If you're feeling it, that persecution, right, that means that you going through what Yahushua did, man. You earning your crown. You're being brought through the fire and turned into gold. Right, read on.
If they have kept my saying, they will keep yours also.
Right.
Verse 21. But all these things will they do unto you for my name's sake.
Read on.
Because they know not him that sent me.
But you know not him who sent me. That's a cut on the Trinity.
Yes, it is.
He said, I ain't sent myself. Him that sent me. Who sent him? Yahweh sent him, man. That's a cut right there. Bam, on that Trinity. What you talking about? Right? Him who sent him. So your God, somebody sent your God? Your God is somebody doja? No, he is our king and our Messiah and a God unto us. But he's not the Most High God. The Most High God sent him. Right? And the people that don't know that God that sent him is going to be the same people that persecuted you like they persecuted him. Right? Read on, King.
Verse 22. If I had not come and spoken unto them, they had not had sin. But now they have no cloak for their sin.
They have no cloak for their sin now, man. Right? We be out there and we be taking people cloak off, man. When we rebuke them spirits out there, We removing them people cloaks. They be feeling like they butt booty naked now. Like, damn, this man done expose me. They expose my wickedness. That's what the Bible does. That's why people don't like the Bible. They like the Bible when they're in Christianity.
When it benefits them.
When it benefits them. But they want to disregard scriptures that tame their flesh. Right, read on.
Verse 23. He that hateth me, hateth my Father also.
And then goes another cut to that Trinity. He that hateth me, hateth my Father also. What are you trying to say? You hate me, myself, and I? No, he's talking about his Father also, man. That he said also, right? That's a whole nother person, ain't it? Right? Read that part again.
Verse 23 of chapter 15. This is red letter. He that hateth me, hateth my Father also. Verse 24. If I had not done among them the works which none other man did,
right,
they had not had sin. But now have they both seen and hated both me and my Father.
Come on now. Keep cutting it, right? Man, they took them to the hibachi.
But it's 3 of them.
Hibachi. Right? They took them to the hibachi with that one, man. Nothing but cuts right in front of your face. Right? So that's the spirit you got to be in, man. Let's get that again in Matthew chapter 10. Start at verse 35. There's a couple more. Then we're going to get into these new moon scriptures, New Year scriptures. And we're going to close it out. You know, it's a weekday, so I ain't trying to keep y'all too late.
Matthew 10:35. When you have it, say con.
Matthew 10 and what?
10:35. Everybody ready?
Right.
Con. This is Matthew 10:35. Red letter. For I am come to set a man at variance against his father.
Right, he came to set a man at variance against his father, right? What does that mean? Does it mean you're not supposed to honor your father and mother? No, it don't mean that. It means that you might just get the truth and your father might not. That's what that means. Right? Read on.
And the daughter against her mother.
And the daughter against her mother. You might have a mother that Sunday certified, sanctified, mortified Christian. But the daughter that came into the knowledge of the truth, she done looked on YouTube and found it. And now the mother and daughter going at it because the mother's like, what you talking about? I got to give up my Sunday church. Girl, you crazy. You in a cult. You know what I'm saying? That type of thing does happen, man.
Cooking that ham for the pastor.
Right, cooking that ham up. Feeding that to the people. Right, read on.
And the daughter-in-law against her mother-in-law.
Now the daughter-in-law also against the mother-in-law. Like, oh man, I want to marry this man, but his mother's a demon, man. She want to force Christmas on our children. You understand? Read on.
Verse 36. And a man's foes shall be they of his own household.
And that's where some of the tribulation comes to. Actually, a lot of people I run across in the truth, they be like, man, I don't even know what's up with my household right now, man. I got to get the spirit right. I need some counseling. I need to take a few days off. I need a fast. I need to read more scripture. Because that spirit that Satan will use to try to get you up out of the truth, he'll probably go straight after your family. Right? Like a demon. Right? Read on.
Verse 37. He that loveth father or mother more than me is not worthy of me.
Man, you know, I want to keep these commandments, but then my father likes to go to the old ball game every Father's Day. How am I going to say no to that, huh? How am I not going to do Father's Day? My father want to take me to the old ball game. How am I not going to do that? Am I just going to say, Father, we're going to do something tomorrow or the day after or next week? How am I going to tell him, no, this is my father? Well, you can't love your father more than you love the Most High.
That's right.
And he that loveth son or daughter more than me is
man,
not
my daughter rebellion. You know what I'm saying? She want to wear tight jeans because Beyonce doing it. And she want me to compromise because, you know what I'm saying, you know, that's my baby girl. How am I going to say no to my baby girl? Can't love them more than the Most High neither. Right? Read on.
Verse 38. And he that taketh not his cross.
And he that do what?
He that taketh not his
So
cross.
you got to be prepared to take that cross. Right? Go through that tribulation and persecution. Read on.
And followeth after me.
And follow after who?
And followeth after me.
Right? We ain't following after no man. Right? If tomorrow Shawapar go to hell off, and you see me damn selling damn Rastafarian Selassie, right? Man, you ain't following me. You following Yahushua, man. Khan? Right? Read on.
Is not worthy of me.
And right, if you ain't down to take up that cross and follow Yahushua, you're not worthy of him. Read on.
Verse 39. He that findeth his life shall lose it.
Right? You want to go live your best life. You're going to end up losing it. Khan? Read on.
And he that loseth his life for my sake shall find it.
And that's how you get your crown, man.
Khan.
Right? That's how you earn your crown while you in captivity. Right? You do these laws no matter what kind of tribulation you're going through. Khan? All right, Obadiah, you say you got a priest?
Yeah,
Good.
Jeremiah 17:5 over there. You want to bring it out? Or?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Nah, I was just...
Nah, Coda, read that from.
17:5. I got it right
Jeremiah
here.
17:5. You got that?
I got it.
My bad.
No, this is Jeremiah chapter 17, verse 5.
Bring it out.
Thus said the Lord, cursed be the man that trusteth in man, and maketh flesh his arm, and whose heart departeth from the Lord. For he shall be like the heath in the desert, and shall not see when good cometh, but shall inhabit the parched places in the wilderness, in a salt land, and not inhabited.
Slocky. So they go back to the part 6. Go back to we was promised the land of milk and honey. So when the scriptures say that you're gonna be in the wilderness or in the salt land, that's the total opposite of the land of milk and honey. That's what you get for listening to a nigga.
Right. Right. So read verse 9 too. That's chapter 17, right?
Yeah.
Verse 9. Come on, verse 9. The heart is deceitful above all things and desperately wicked. Who can know it?
Right. Who can know it, man? That's your heart. That's your own thoughts. That's why we follow Yahushua. That's why we follow the laws, statutes, and commandments. You going about your ways, and your ways ain't always right. There's ways that seemeth right to a man, but the ways thereof are death, man.
Yeah, so like you see, yeah, that's one thing Christians always pull. Oh, God knows my heart just by they see him every single time.
Exactly. God knows my heart. Yeah, he knows it's desperately wicked. Khaled. I need you on that.
But I don't want it. That 10 has the meat on it. Not there. So verse 10 has a little meat on it.
So verse 10 got a little meat on it?
And Salakia, like, they be saying it like that's the only thing you want to be known for. Like, you know, like harlots, when they do what they do,
Right.
it's only one thing they known for.
Right.
So you telling me the Most High only know you by your sin? Like, that's a cut.
That's a cut. Yeah. Read verse 10, because he says some more meat on that.
Want to bring verse
Yeah.
10?
Verse 10. I, the Lord, search the hearts. I try the reins, even to give every man according to his ways, and according to the fruit of his doings.
That's what you get. You get what you deserve. That's why I'm saying no man could take away your crown. That's for you to earn. No man could give you your crown. That's for you to earn. I know we all part of the body of HOI, but you got to seek out your own salvation. We doing this as brethren, know what I'm saying? As a part of the body of Yahushua, of course, right? Because Yahushua commands us to love one another. But you got to seek out your own salvation. You got to battle that person in the mirror. You got to conquer that battle. I cannot conquer that battle for you. I'm too busy trying to conquer mine. Right? So this is what we all got to figure out, man. Let's get Matthew 7 and 22, then we can hit some new moon scriptures, some New Year scriptures, and wind it down.
17, 22.
7 and 22.
7:22.
And this is my Christian cutter. Everybody said he got a cookie cutter or a paper cutter. This is my Christian cutter right here.
Oh, yeah, man. Especially for them pastors.
Yeah.
Especially for them.
Everybody get that? Say, Con?
Come.
17 and 20.
7 and 22.
Oh,
7 and 22, Ken. All right, bring that out.
This is the book of Matthew 7, verse 22. Many will say to me in that day, Lord, Lord, have we not prophesied in thy name?
Right? A lot of people say, I done prophesied in the name of the Lord. I prophesied. Right? Read on.
And in thy name have cast out devils.
And I done casted out devils in the name of the Lord. And that may be even true. Read on.
And in thy name done many wonderful works.
And I done many works. I done fed the homeless. I done did many wonderful works in the name of the Lord.
Esau.
Right? Read on.
Verse 23. And then will I profess unto them.
Right? Yahushua said, I'm going to profess unto them. Them same people that were just yelling, hooting and hollering how much they did for the Lord, how much they done, all that. Read on.
I never knew you.
Ouch.
That's more than ouch.
That's what? Who you? Man, I tell you, it hurt. It hurt when a person act like they don't know you.
Yeah.
That's my man, $100 grand. I mean, I don't know him like that. That's my shorty. Nah, me and him just friends. Like, damn, bro. Hear that sound effect. Right? Right? It's emotional damage, right? But imagine you prophesying the Most High God and he still rejects you. Imagine you prophesying the name of Yahushua and he rejects you, right? But listen to why he will reject you. Read verse 23 from the top and read it through.
Verse 20, Matthew 7, verse 23. And then will I profess unto them, I never knew you. Depart from me, ye that work iniquity.
Ye that work what?
Ye that work iniquity.
That iniquity will get you rejected. What is iniquity? Sin. Sin. Right? Now let's get that John. That 1 John 5 and 2.
So I can give you one precept connect to what you just said right there, just real quick.
Get that precept real quick.
This is Isaiah 29 and 13. Wherefore the Lord said, for as much as this people draw near me with their mouth.
All right, that lip service. Read on.
And with their lips do honor me, but have removed their heart far from me, and their fear toward me is taught by the precept of men.
Of what?
Precept of men.
Precept of men, man. I don't give a damn what the hell Joel Osteen told you.
Not Joel.
Isaiah 29 and 13.
You're the worst.
They found money in his walls of his congregation.
Oh, yeah.
Man.
But they told him about it, though.
Yeah.
They
told him about it because they think he a man of the Lord.
See, my thing is, I was just talking to somebody about this the other day. Not to go into, but I have an understanding that if I find $100,000 somewhere, that's for me. No, understand what I'm saying. If you drop listen to what I'm saying. If you drop $100,000, I'm wrong for taking it. But if I'm working on some plumbing and I find $100,000 in the wall, that's mine. You better understand that.
This man going on. This man will take unnecessary tips. Right?
Man,
we need book chapter verse mine, bro.
No, but I mean, from my understanding, it was his money. He put that in the mosque, from my understanding. He put that in there. So that wasn't no shocker.
Yeah,
he knew. No, he knew, and that was his money.
It was his money.
No,
it was found by somebody.
I can't go for that.
It was reported. It was reported stolen.
Oh wow!
And they found.
See, I can't go for that because if I got some money, I know where all my money is. All right. So if I'm getting you to do some plumbing on my place, I'm going in there and get the money out before you get there. You understand what I'm saying? Think about what I'm saying.
I understand what you're talking about because if Shawapar tell you like, oh man, I done lost the camp fund, they done got me, right? And then you go to Shawapar house You open up a closet and the money all fall out. Yeah. Like, oh goddamn, I guess this for the congregation, right?
Right.
Yeah, but come on now, brother. We need book, chapter, verse, right? Right, so you ain't gonna just do no doctrines out here. All right, so definitely, Akim, right? You want to keep up with the commandments of the Most High. Let's get that 1 John chapter 5. Start at verse 2. Let's read that. We're gonna get into some new moon, New Year scriptures. Then we're gonna call it a day.
Bring it out, Caleb.
Where we going with it?
1 John, want to start at 5 and 2 or 5 and
5 and 2.
You want to put love?
Yeah.
Okay.
No,
This
1 John 5 and 2.
This is the book of 1 John 5 verse 2.
Bring it out.
This is the book of 1 John 5 verse 2. But this is Salaki. But this we know, that we love the children of God, when we love God and keep His commandments.
Right, when you love God and keep His commandments, right? That's why, like I said, man, it should be an honor to keep these commandments and these feast days in captivity, right? Because that's how you prove you love God and love His children. God? Read on.
Verse 3. For this is the love of God,
right,
that we keep His commandments. And His commandments are not grievous.
His commandments are not grievous. Read on.
Verse 4. For whatsoever is born of God overcometh the world. And this is the victory that overcometh the world. Even our faith.
What?
Even our faith.
You show your faith by keeping commandments. That's what a lot of these people don't realize it. Right? Come on.
Verse 5. Who is he that overcometh the world? But he that believeth that Jesus is the Son of God.
Right. Keep on reading.
Verse 6. This is he that came by the water and blood.
Water and what?
Water and blood.
Water and blood, man. He baptized us through the ever-living waters, but he had to shed his blood. You know?
Even Jesus Christ, not by water only, but by water and blood. And it is the Spirit that bear witness, because the Spirit is truth.
The Spirit is truth, man. Right?
Spirit.
So saying that, let's get into some New Year, New Moon verses. Let's get the book of Leviticus chapter 23. Leviticus 23. And start at like, I think, verse 4.
23.
And 23 and 4.
Okay, you want to grab this one?
Come on. Leviticus 23 and 4.
Yeah,
Everybody got it. Say con.
Let me make sure right quick. Yeah. Start at verse 4.
Con. Leviticus 23 and 4. These are the feasts of the Lord.
These are what?
These are the feasts of the Lord.
These are the feasts of the Lord. Come on.
Even holy convocations.
Even what?
Even holy convocations.
Even holy convocations. That's what we're doing right now. A holy convocation, a holy gathering, a celebration. Come on.
Which ye shall claim in their season.
We shall claim what?
In their season.
In their season. Right now we coming on to springtime. So we're coming on to the real new year, which is Abib, the month of Abib. Come on.
Verse 5. In the 14th day of the first month.
Of the what?
Of the first month.
That's what we're celebrating right now. The first month, right? Read on.
At even is the Lord's Passover.
At evening is the Lord's Passover. Right? So we are in the first month officially tonight. 14 days from now is the Lord's Passover. Hallelujah.
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 All right. So let me get what the first month is, right? Let me get Exodus chapter 13, verse 4.
And everybody got it? Say come. This is the book of Exodus 13 and 4. This day came ye out of the month Abib.
Came out what?
Out of the month, Salaki, out in the month of Abib.
What we came out of in the month of Abib?
Egypt.
Egypt. Khan. Right? Let's get down to Exodus. Exodus 12.
What was that previous scripture?
Exodus 13 and 4. Now get this Exodus 12.
I was going to say verse 3 actually says it too.
You want to get, all right, read that from verse 3. Read verse 3 and 4, because kind of does say that.
This is the book of Exodus chapter 13, verse 3.
Come on.
It says, and Moses said unto the people, remember this day in which ye came out from Egypt, out of the house of bondage. For by strength of hand the Lord brought you out from this place. There shall no leavened bread be eaten. Verse 4, this day came ye out in the month of Abib.
Right? So let me get Exodus chapter 12, a chapter before that. Chapter 12, we'll start at verse 2.
When you have it, say, come.
God.
This is the book of Exodus 12 and 2. This month shall be unto you the beginning of months.
Shall be unto you what?
The beginning of months.
It's that first month, the month of Abib. Come on, read on.
It shall be the first month
Uh-huh.
of the year for you.
The first month of the year for you. So this is what? Right? The first month leading into what? The Lord's Passover. Read on.
Come on, verse 3. Speaking unto all the congregation of Israel, saying, in the 10th day of this month, they shall take to them every man a lamb, according to the house of their fathers, a lamb for an house.
Read verse 11.
Verse 11, come. And thus shall ye eat it, with your loins girded, your shoes on your feet, and your staff in your hand. And ye shall eat it in haste. It is the Lord's Passover.
So this is leading up to the Lord's Passover. God? Right? Read verse 14 for me.
Verse 14, still in chapter 12. And this day shall be unto you for a memorial, and ye shall keep it a feast to the Lord throughout your generation.
No, stop it.
Throughout your generation.
No, now we do Christmas.
Throughout your generation.
Now we do Easter.
Throughout your generation.
Read on.
Ye shall keep it a feast by an ordinance forever.
No part-time.
Forever.
No just now.
Forever.
No sometimes.
Forever.
Forever, man. As long as we have the remembrance of this day, we're supposed to be keeping these feast days, right? Captivity or not. Right? So let's get Exodus 34 and 18. Right.
So, you supposed to like throw all the linen bread away? Like take it out your house?
We'll take it out your house. Right? Now, we's po. Right? Right? So, a lot of brothers, what they do, they put it all in a bag, and they probably throw it in the deep freezer, or they probably put it in a car trunk, or they probably throw it in the garage, or like somewhere out of the way where they don't get tempted. Right? Because that's the reason why the Most High God orders it to get thrown out your house, so you stay away from the temptation. You don't want to wake up one day, grab that muffin.
Break it off.
Oh man, it's the Feast of Unleavened Bread. Nah, you don't want to end up like that, bro. So all that type of thing with yeast in it, you know what I'm saying, and leaven, you got to separate it from your household. All right, so let's get Exodus 34:18.
When you have it, say come.
God.
This is the book of Exodus 34 and 18. The feast of unleavened bread shalt thou keep.
Shalt thou what?
Shalt thou keep.
Right, gotta keep that feast of unleavened bread. Come on.
7 days thou shalt eat unleavened bread. As I commanded thee.
As who?
As I commanded thee.
Remember, we ain't doing this for no man. We doing this for Yahweh. Right, read on.
In the time of the month Abib. For in the month Abib thou camest out from Egypt.
In that month of Abib, you came out of Egypt, the first month, right? This month that we celebrating right now. Right, so let's get Deuteronomy 16 and 1.
You have it, say con. 16 and 1.
16 and 1.
This is the book of Deuteronomy 16 from the top. Observe the month of Abib, and keep the Passover unto the Lord thy God.
And do what?
And keep the Passover unto the Lord thy God.
Right, this month coming up means the Passover coming. Come. Read on.
For in the month of Abib, the Lord thy God brought thee forth out of Egypt by night.
Brought thee what?
Brought thee forth out of Egypt by night.
Right, that's what the Most High God did. We want him to do it again. That's why we're rehearsing these righteous acts. Come. Right, so not only is it a new month, it's a new year. Right, Khan? All right, so let me get the book of Judges, 11 and 5. Y'all should know the class. Let's get that right quick.
If somebody get it, go ahead.
I got it.
What chapter?
I can go ahead.
Go ahead, King.
Judges 11 and 5. Let me know when you're ready.
Come.
I'm waiting on one.
All right.
I'm ready. All right, this is the book of Judges, chapter 11, verse 5.
Bring that out.
And it was so that when the children of Ammon made war against Israel, the elders of Gilead.
Nah, 5 and 11. I said 11 and 5. I said it backwards. It's a lot there.
5 and 11.
Yeah, 5 and 11.
All right, 5 and 11. All right, let me know when y'all ready.
That's how you know I'm tired.
Let me know when y'all ready.
Come.
All right. Judges 11 and 5. I mean, Judges 5 and 5.
No, I'm going to look it up.
Okay. This is the book of Judges, chapter 5, verse 11. They that are delivered from the noise of archers.
Right? They that are delivered from the noise of archers, right?
In the places of drawing water.
In the place of what?
Drawing water.
What does it mean in place of drawing water?
I thought the noise of the archers would be the sound from the missiles coming.
Right.
So
right.
So this is America, place of drawing waters.
An affliction.
Or is the water, because does the water represent people?
You could say that.
Because I know the sea is a mixture of people. So water, because water can be,
Well, when they say out of places of drawing water, let me get Exodus chapter 2, verse 10.
All right, I have a feeling you was going for that too.
2 and 10.
God. When you have it, say come.
I got it.
Yeah, 2 and 10.
Yes, sir.
You want me to read it?
Go ahead, King.
All right. This is the book of Exodus, chapter 2, verse 10. And the child grew, and she brought him unto Pharaoh's daughter, and he became her son. And she called his name Oh, that's right. Oh, that's right.
His
She
name
said,
what?
because I drew him out of the water.
Drew him out of water. So, what was Moses made to do?
Deliver his people.
Deliver out of
Savior.
Deliver us out of captivity. So when you say drawn out of water, yeah, water can mean a bunch of people, but it means the people that have been afflicting you. Hears of water, draws of water. Let's get that Joshua chapter 9, verse 27.
I got a question.
I'm ready when y'all.
You got it, King.
9:27.
Yeah. You ready? Got one more verse. Got one more.
You can start at verse 25 to get some
25?
context.
Go on. That's, so is it 9 and 20?
25. You ready?
Go on.
Okay. In this book of Joshua, chapter 9 and 25. And now behold, we are in thine hand, as it seemeth good and right unto thee to do unto us though. And so did he unto them, and delivered them out of the hand of the children of Israel, that they slew them not. And Joshua made them that day hewers of wood and drawers of water for the congregation, and for the altar of the Lord, even unto this day, in the place which he should choose.
You see that? So these are heathen that's about to get slayed by the children of Israel. Instead of slaying them, Joshua made them what? Hearers of wood and drawers of water. He made them servants.
Oh, yeah.
So now go back to Judges 5 and 11.
Because we were supposed to kill all of them, and we couldn't get rid of them. And because I'm just reading this now. So the Most High didn't kill off all of them, so that we could show him, not so that we could, but he knew that we were gonna take on their customs. That's why they weren't all killed.
No, they weren't all killed because we needed servants. We was never supposed to take on their customs, but of course that happened eventually.
I'm not
I mean,
saying
that happened eventually, but he left them alive to be our servants.
What we went back to?
25.
Judges 5. Oh, sorry.
What we at the
No,
Judges?
Judges 5 and 11.
That's in the KJV. I mean, is it?
Judges 5 and 11. Yeah, it's after Joshua. Right after Joshua.
Oh,
Right after the law. Deuteronomy, Joshua.
appreciate it.
5 and 11? Okay. This is the book of Judges, chapter 5 and 11. That they are delivered from the noise of archers.
Yeah, so we're going to be delivered from the noise of archers. Those are the nuclear, ballistic missiles, right? Read on.
In the places of drawing water.
In the
Okay,
place
so
of our captivity.
Oh, shit, okay. There shall they rehearse the righteous acts of the Lord. That's
And
right.
there, this is where we rehearse the righteous acts of the Lord. That's why it's a privilege and an honor to be celebrating these days in captivity, right? Because we're fulfilling prophecy and we're earning our crowns. Con? Read on.
Even the righteous acts towards the inhabitants of his villages in Israel.
And when we pray, we face the east. So we're doing it towards his villages in Israel. Con? Right? So, that's it on that. If brothers want to pull a couple new moon scriptures, y'all
What went to
can.
Judges? What was that? Judges 9 and
5 and 11.
No, Judges 5 and 11.
and
We went to Joshua 9 and 25 to 27.
Okay. I'm just making sure.
And also Exodus 2 and 10 to show you that Moses was drawn out of the water. That's why his name was Moses, and he was meant to lead us out of captivity. You know what I'm saying? That's a give the understanding that the places of drawing water means out of captivity.
And so, like, I'll pull out Psalms 81.
All right, bring it out.
This is Psalms 81 in chapter 3. Oh, so, like, this is Psalms 81, verse 3. Blow up the trumpet in the new moon, in the time appointed on our solemn feast day.
Right? That's what we do. We blow the trumpet in the new moon at the time of our solemn feast day. Right.
I bring one out.
81.
This is the book of this is the book of Numbers 28 and 11. And everybody else say, "Con."
Say it again. I'm sorry.
Numbers 28 and 11.
Everybody else say, "Con."
Numbers 28 and 11, and he pulls Psalms 81 and 3. So let's get this numbers.
Salaki, that was the wrong one. Isaiah 66 and 23. I'm sorry about that.
Oh, no problem, King.
He said Isaiah 66 and 23. He called the wrong one of numbers. I think he had it backwards. I think it's numbers 10.
Yeah, that was what
Yeah.
Numbers what now?
Isaiah.
No, he canceled that. He went to Isaiah 66 and 23, right?
Yes. Okay. And everybody else say "Con"?
66.
Yes, sir.
3.
23.
This is the book of Isaiah 66, verse 23.
Bring it out.
And it shall come to pass that from one new moon to another, and from one Sabbath to another, shall all flesh come to worship before me, said the Lord.
Right? So, hey, man, get down on lay down.
You don't get no more plain than that.
Right. So, that's it on that then? Right? Alright, so we're saying that Ashar, Kadash, Yarak, Wa, Ashar, Kadash, Shanan, Hallelujah, Hallelujah. everybody anointed.
Oh, let's turn up for that curl activator, baby.
Where the curls at?
Just let it shine through, yeah. You know you want some of that curl activator, Malak. Oh, did I get you already?
It's gonna be Dr. Pepper, Mr. Clean.
Big, why you gonna break it from everybody?
Oh my God, don't
I didn't mean to put the curl activator right on front.
Oh, he said curl out.
Come on, get some of that curl activator. They come, this boy y'all really show up for.
That's why we use the camp all the time.
That curl activator.
Everybody got it?
Come.
Did you already get some of them?
You don't worry about me, young bro. You don't worry about me. I got me some curl-free curl up there.
Got one of the little
I
curls
keep my
up there.
cherry curl good, baby.
Taylor got one of the little curls up there like Charlie Brown. You know, see Charlie Brown with that one.
Hey, don't tell Chief that, man. You know he will never let that go.
Khalid said the curl not on his head, it's on his chin.
Yeah, he's using the spirit smoking on his head right now.
All right, so
You gonna pay for that?
hey, I want everybody to line up, and we're gonna sing along. We're gonna do the ladies first, and we're gonna do the guys, right? Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Barak Wakha,
Tosh?
Oh, Tasha.
Tasha, Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Barak Wakha, Ladasha, Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Barak Wakha, Tasha, Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Barak Wakha, Asedika, Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Barak Wakha, Hakai, Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Barak Wakha, Devontae, Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Barak Wakha, Yakazakala, Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Barak Wakha, Obadiah, Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Barak Wakha, Amos, Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Barak Wakha, Yahweh Dawa, Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Barak Wakha, Sapah, Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Forgive me.
Barak Wakah.
Malachia. Yahweh Hashem. Yahweh Shai. Barak Wakah. Shawapar. Yahweh Hashem. Yahweh Shai. Barak Wakah.
Kalev.
Yahweh Hashem. Yahweh Shai. Barak Wakah. Yasha Allah.
Yasha Allah.
So, y'all brothers going off. Y'all come listen to y'all face the east side. Say close in prayer and bless the food. Right? Oh, dear Yahweh Dabanawa, please continue to bless us and all the substance we may eat. Let us be sanctified and energized through your provisions, O Yahweh. Please cleanse it through the blood of Yahweh Shai, your only begotten Son. If there's any type of bacteria or any type of pathogen that should not be there, Barakatha Yahweh.
Barakatha Yahweh.
Barakatha Yahweh Shai.
Barakatha Yahweh Shai.
O Yahweh Dabanawa, please let us take this meal and this wine and gather in thy name. And let us chant down Babylon and bring up the rise of Israel as thy kingdom to come. Barakatha Yahweh.
Barakatha Yahweh.
Barakatha Yahweh Shai.
Barakatha Yahweh Shai.
O Yahweh Dabanawa, please continue to grant us in this new year and new month. Let us be a brand new through the blood of Yahweh Shai, through the wine offering, the drink offering, through the sacrifice, through the unleavened bread. Please purge out the leaven from amongst us, from amongst ourselves. And please let us be your purified, perfected silver and gold unto your holy crown, O Yahweh. Bashima Mashiach Yahushai.
Bashima Mashiach Yahushai.
Barakatha Yahweh.
Barakatha Yahweh.
Barakatha Yahushai.
Barakatha Yahushai.
Bashim Yahushai.
Bashim Yahushai.
Hallelujah.
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 Amen.
Amen.
Great service.
Hey, and if anybody have any offerings for the
I was
house,
doing my best.
Yeah,